Spartans will go total effort to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the ground with the back. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this.
Oh, he's got through space. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Trying to get the edge on the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Makes his man miss. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Hurricanes can really attack on this second and short. The give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive away as there's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Spartans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Booker. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Hand off to Jones. Jukes his way for more. Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going right and going deep. Makes a grab on the shot. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Miami! Fitted in the window for the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson has the lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Georgia Southern. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Booker. Fires to the big fella. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and then hopefully move the football.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Grabs it in the middle. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on 3rd down. He's got his man across the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Makes it past the marker. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for a loss.
Turning it on! Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Excellent pass by the back on the possession. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
17, Michigan State, 0.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers.
Snags it down the right side. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It's another first down for the offense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Spartans.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Finds his man. It's Etienne. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him. And he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Going to try to get it himself. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. Just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good on the backfield. You know they're going to catch you. There's so many ways to use them, but Exactly. Get it to him. Let him break tackles. Let him make plays. Easy decision.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a heat. On the move, he fires. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Canes will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Booker. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fakes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half, because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. There he goes. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes...
Touchdown, Canes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all. Half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Michigan State, 7.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
On the set. Come on, set.
To the air, it's Booker. He fires one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On the run, deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Booker. This time he's got his man.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The Spartans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Cut it, cut it. Hey.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Motion from the back. They'll try to run for it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, They needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down.
Looking to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Booker. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And I think out routes are solely about timing, because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines, and you could just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
A third and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown.
Get set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Virginia. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. And the Canes in a good spot here with second and short. He'll pull it on the read. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
How do you not love to see that when your quarterback gets in the run fit? When he's not scared to come up and tackle. A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Etienne. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Runs through a tackle. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Well, this head coach has been a riverboat gambler all game long. He keeps going for it on 4th down. That now the 3rd time he's gone for it, and he's gotten it by running the football.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, 2nd and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. 3rd and short, I still got 4th down as well, so don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run, then I could take some big shots in man coverage down the field.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Trying to do it on the ground. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
All right, man, I'm going to find that horseshoe somewhere. The offense now 4 for 4 on 4th downs. Are you kidding me? This luck will run out. I will find that horseshoe. Defense, just stay positive.
Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Booker. Snagged out of the air. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got the quick pass. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown! defensive score. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Booker. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. The sure hands. It's Traore. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field.
Pound 55 weak.
On play action on 1st down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Got his man quickly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this 4th down conversion. Working that left side now. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Back to throw, it's Booker. Unleashes to the end zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally, and they showed that here today, dominating in all three phases. This is a team everybody needs to look out for.
They'll leave it with him. Finding open areas. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher